All right, welcome. I'm going to be offering a breath practice today. And before I begin, I just want to share when I offer breath practices, something I notice people often wanting to do is to put a lot of effort into controlling the way that they're breathing. And we can do that for lots of different reasons. Sometimes it can be really helpful to put effort into your pranayama or your breath control practice. And sometimes it's actually more counterproductive. So, when we breathe with a lot of effort, you may actually be adding tension into your body on top of sort of the breath practice that you're trying to do. And sometimes that is actually not helpful. So, for today's practice, if you're willing, what I'll encourage you to explore is not putting a lot of effort into changing the way you're breathing. Rather, we're going to use imagery to change your attention and where your attention lies. And then you're just going to observe whatever changes you notice happening or not. Some of you may not notice much happening at all. Some of you may notice quite profound shifts. Either way, I'll encourage you for this practice just to observe and to stay at the level of the imagery that we're working with for this practice. So you can do this anywhere that's comfortable. You can sit up, you can lie down, you can even stand if you prefer. Be somewhere where you can relax at least somewhat. So feel free to lean on a wall if you're sitting up. Feel free to lean on the back of a chair. Feel free to use pillows and other supports, either seated or lying down. And then begin to bring your attention into your body. So if it helps you to close your eyes, you might close your eyes. If you'd rather have them open, that works too. You start to just notice where your body is touching the surfaces around you that support you. So you may feel cushions or furniture or the floor underneath you. If you're leaning on something, you may feel the wall or the chair behind your back. If you're standing, you might feel the floor beneath your feet. And then as you're tuning into your body, you may also notice that your attention is drawn to particular parts of your body. And if those are places that are uncomfortable, that's normal. So the purpose of pain and other kinds of discomfort is to get our attention. So as you tune into your body, if you feel some discomfort, that's your body doing its job. It's getting its message across. If you know what changes you could make, maybe lying in a different position or sitting up or lying down or moving, if you know how to become more comfortable, feel free to do those things so that you're honoring those messages that you're getting from your body. And if you're not sure, just acknowledge what's there and then allow that to be just part of what you're sensing within your body. So you're noticing your whole body breathing. And you might just see if you can just let your breath be. Sometimes that's hard. It's okay if it's not perfect. Feeling your breath moving in and out of your body in its own rhythm. Very relaxed, easy breath. And just get curious about where do you feel the breath happening right now? And what's your breath like in this moment? And then when you're ready, you're going to bring your awareness to your upper chest just below the collarbones. And in the spaces right below your collarbones, you're going to imagine that you have nostrils or gills. Imagine that you could breathe directly in and out of this space right below the collarbones. And just letting your breath flow in and out. Visualizing your breath entering and leaving just below the collarbones. Not so much effort going into changing your breath, just shifting your attention using the imagery, seeing what that feels like. No need to get it right. It's all just an exploration. And then you might imagine that those nostrils or gills shift to the space under your right armpit. So in the side ribs, but up towards your armpit, and just imagine you can breathe in and out directly from that space. No need to change anything deliberately. We're just shifting the image, shifting the attention. Maybe that's easier or harder than the collarbones. Noticing what happens. Now come to the left armpit, imagining you're placing those nostrils or gills in the left armpit. How does it feel to breathe directly in and out of that space? Now bring your awareness down to your lower ribs on the right side and feel those imaginary nostrils or gills there on the right side. Lower ribs, breathing directly in and out through that space. No need to force anything to happen, just see what unfolds. And now shift your imaginary nostrils or gills over to the lower ribs on the left side. Seeing if you can breathe directly in and out of that space. No need to force anything to happen. It's normal for there to be differences from side to side to some extent. It's also normal if there are not. Now bring your awareness down to the very lowest part of your belly, of your abdomen. Imagining nostrils or gills in the low abdomen, breathing directly in and out of that space. Noticing what that feels like. No need to force anything to happen, just exploring. And then the last one here, you're going to move your nostrils or your gills around to the back. And see if you can breathe out of the back of your pelvis, a little bit higher than your tailbone. Breathing in and out of your back body. Imagining those nostrils or gills placed there and just see what unfolds. And now expand your attention like you're zooming out from your breath, feeling your whole body. Feel the outlines of your body as you perceive them in space, your contact with the floor or the furniture or the wall, the props, and your whole awareness filled with the rhythm of your breath as it is. And just see, has anything changed about how your breath feels? Has anything changed about the sensations in your body? Or is it all pretty much the same as it was before? And just to be really, really clear, any experience is valid, any experience is okay. So we're just showing up with whatever happened when you did the practice. Hope this has been an interesting exploration. You can move those imaginary gills or nostrils anywhere you like and just see, what does that do for you? What happens in your body when you do that? What happens in your mind, right? Because the body mind is a whole system, interrelated, and in some ways unique from person to person. If you have questions about this practice, or if you'd like to share your experiences, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. Take really good care, and may we all be balanced and well.